Hello everyone, this is Ashish. Welcome back to Talk 4712, and today we are going to talk about a topic that we have not discussed sufficiently on this channel. I don't think that I've ever made a video specifically on what should be the motivation for competitive examination, government jobs, or the field that you're going for right now, gate examination, things like that. See, my principle was always very simple. The ideas on which you're working on should not be always focused towards competitive examination. It should be something that works in general. And if it works in general, it will work for these examinations as well. And I found that concept to be very true when I walked out of the competitive examination world and applied it in the other domains like my jobs, and after leaving my job, what I wanted to start on my own. Now, there's not going to be any screaming and shouting in this video, neither there's going to be any background motivational music to make you feel motivated. The thing about motivational music is that you can say anything and it becomes motivational. I woke up this morning, I did not know what to do, man, but then I got a phone call and it becomes motivational. So if you need a motivational music in the background to give your motivational talks, maybe your talks needs to change. So this is the most chill kind of talk regarding motivation that you're going to find, and honestly, it is the most authentic and genuine that you are going to find from my side. I'm going to talk about what really works. There are 3 things about motivation that I've learned so far, and it works in and out the domain of examination. I can say this with 9 years of my experience. And the third one is the most important one. It is not the third one because I want you to go through the entire video. I know that you smart fellows will be smart enough to jump till the end. And matter of fact, I'm also going to give a timestamp. But the reason why it is the third is because you need to understand the first and the second to understand the third one. If you are in a hurry, feel free, but you won't understand anything. So in that manner, you are going to be wasting 2 minutes of your time. Okay, now let's go ahead. The first reason for motivation would be that you've started already. So if you're thinking that maybe it was a mistake, maybe I should not have done that, maybe I should quit right now, I'll say that maybe you should have thought about that before you started, because now you have already invested and that investment has gone. That might be in terms of money, it might be in terms of time, it might be in terms of whatever it was for you, but it is gone now and might as well make something good out of it. And that is only going to happen if you stick till the end. One thing is for certain, that it's not going to happen if you quit. Now, that brings me to the point. Some people are worried that what if I fail? Fear of failure. It has existed as long as time itself. So a lot of people are worried that what if I fail and all of it goes to waste? Well, I don't know. Life goes on. One thing I'll say is that even if you fail, it's not like it is the end of the world. But on the other hand, that is uncertain whether you are going to fail or succeed. Matter of fact, chances of failure and success are not even equal. Most of the time, chances of success are many folds lesser than chances of failure. One thing is for sure, that if you quit right now, it is all going to go to waste. Absolutely. The second thing is for sure, if you quit right now, then you are going to stay with regret. That is also 110% sure. And the third one is that no matter what happens, it is going to change the way that you think. So these 3 things are certain. Success is not certain, obviously, but then again, it is possible. And that is the motivation enough for you to keep on growing. Now, the second one is related to examinations itself. Now we are going to dive deep into the examinations, and specifically in India, competitive examinations for government jobs, for universities, whatever it might be, your reason. Now I don't give any examination. My last examination was in 2018. That is like 3 years ago. But I'm happy that I gave those examinations. I'm not going to repeat the same thing, that it changes the way you think and it gives you opportunity. But see, it gave me certain amount of value in the society, not in a way that he is ISRO All India rank 4, but in the form of job. So it gave me a skill. Do you understand? and I got a chance to work. These examinations gave me an opportunity for a jobs. For some of you guys, it might be an opportunity for higher education. For example, Akash Tyagi sir got a master's in IIC Bangalore, so he went over there and learned with the best professors of this country, and some of them are even best professors of this world. So he got a chance to go over there and learn. So that is an opportunity which is only possible with an examination. At least in this country, it is only possible with an examination. So it is reasoned sufficiently. Now, you might tell me that you are a better scientist than any of the ISRO scientists in a hypothetical world, and you do not need to crack an examination. Matter of fact, a lot of people have told me, like, being a scientist is not about cracking examinations. Well, you're right, no doubt. But how are you going to get into that organizations? Let us say that you want to do world class research. You're not going to do it in your garage. You will need equipment. You need to understand human beings do not work alone. We work in a community. And your, let us say, 90 years of life is not going to be sufficient to build all those laboratories. So you need the support of people. And let us talk about Indian space program. It has been going on for 60 years. So you're not going to do it in your lifetime. So it is not going to be possible, at least at the starting point. So you need some exposure. You need to crack examination. Those are the motivation sufficient for you guys. Now, the end goal, which is the third point that I'm going to get at, is extremely important. And I'm going to spend a lot of time in the third point, is extremely important. But never think that your end goal is smaller than someone else's. Everyone's end goal is different. Your end goal just might be money. Hey, some people just grow up with financial crunch and money becomes the biggest importance of their life, and it is completely fine and understandable. So if you want to go for that, go for that. That is also important in life. Some people just go for a particular kind of research. Like, I wanted to work in the area of space science and engineering, so I targeted Indian Space Research Organization, and the examination was hard for me. I failed at it 2 times, but I still went at it for the 3rd time. And if I would have failed at that time as well, I would have gone in for the 4th time. I already had a job, so I would have kept on going, because that is the only entrance. Name one more entering way or gate for Indian Space Research Organization. I just messed up saying Indian Space Research Organization. Okay, so examinations matters, and it does not matter what you believe. The system is huge, and right now it is there, and also above all, it is fair. The examinations are fair, at least at the national level examinations that I've appeared in, like engineering services examination, BARC interview. These are extremely fair. You are going to be judged based on your capabilities. So that is an opportunity. And once that is done, nobody is going to keep on giving examination. So examination is important till some point. All right, the last motivation is the most important one. So please pay attention. This is most important for me. This is the one motivation that stayed with me way before I got into the world of competitive examination and started preparing for these examinations, and also it stayed with me way after that I left it. This is the kind of life that you want for yourself in the future. Now, a lot of people talk about things like this. Hey, stay in the moment, man. Enjoy. That's what life is all about. Yeah, good. That is good for an hour or two. But if you keep on doing it for like a week, a month, a year, then you are going to secretly be in depression. So I do not suggest that. Enjoy every now and then. But future is important. Now, what if the world ends tomorrow, bro? You'll regret not enjoying. Hey man, what if it does not? What if it does not end? You have to think about that as well, correct? So let's think about that. Let's think about future. So the vision should be very clear. And back in 2012 and 2013 also, I had a vision. Like, I want this kind of life for me. I want these kind of facilities. It's not like I was imagining BMWs and Lamborghinis, but according to me, what was good, that was that. I imagined myself working in a research field. I later imagined myself working with rocket engines. And I'm not talking about law of attraction. Okay, please do not confuse with that. I've made a full video I've talked about it before also, but this is like, you should have a vision which motivates you. That's the topic of discussion today, correct? So without that, a lot of people do not find the motivation, because what are they working for? So that vision should be very clear, and you do not need to share this vision with anyone, and also you do not need to feel bad about this vision. Whatever is your idea of a good life, 100% true to you, that should be within you, very clear. And that is the one thing that keeps you running early in the morning, that keeps you eating healthy. Because, and also, one thing is that when you have that vision, everything in life seems to be extremely beautiful, because now you're running for something. And that is something that a lot of people are lacking. They don't have a direction in life, they don't have, again, a motivation in life, and they do not have a reason to wake up early in the morning. And that reason is your future, and you should think about that. Now, future might be of different types. One is of 6 months down the line, and one would be 10 years down the line. What kind of life you see for yourself? Have you thought about that? People are living way too much in the moment and way too much in the reels. So you need to start thinking for yourself as well. And the reason why you're not thinking about that is because you're too much busy scrolling, you're too much busy talking, you're too much busy texting, you're too much busy worrying. But every now and then you need to sit down and think about what kind of life that you want to see for yourself in the future. My personal way of doing it was that whenever I was traveling through metro, through local train, whatever, I used to listen to music and think about it. And that was one way to stay alone and think about what kind of life you want. Now, that feels good. One thing, don't get drowned into it, because that is also a very steep slope to daydreaming. I don't want you guys to do that all the time, but you should have a clear picture of what kind of life you want in your life in future. And that's as simple as that. Now, that might be engineering, that might be a business startup, that might be being a rock star, whatever it is for you, being a painter, being a writer, but you should have that. And once you have the end goal, a lot of people also think about what path is going to take me over there, what I'm going to do next. Have an end goal, and then over time the lines will join each, or dots will join each other, and you'll find a way. But having that one end goal first is extremely important. And then, like I said, two futures. One is the immediate one. You already know how to get there, so keep on working on that. But that's my final suggestion. The kind of life that you want for yourself should be clear. That's one of the biggest motivations that you can get. All right, that's great. That's all that I wanted to talk about. I also, more than a year ago, made a video on hard work. Now, that is also something which is important, but also something that is not talked correctly about. Most people are shouting, work hard, wake up early in the morning. Okay, that's all well and good, but there's a way to do it sustainably as well and consistently as well. And I want you to check that video out. It is not of a great quality, because it was 2 years ago, but I'll link it down in the description box. I think the value is great over there. All right, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Your suggestions most welcome down in the comment section. You have any further video suggestions, please go ahead, and I'm going to see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.